It is chapter 50. There is one more part, so 51, and then now we have the endings. So far, there are 2 endings in total, one with 2 parts. So yeah, anyways, let's get on. The fight continued. You were fighting while your mind was racing. All these demon slayers were yelling at you, talking to you like they knew you. It was so confusing, frustrating, scary, and overall, it made you feel overwhelmed. Stay focused. You heard Muzan inside your head. You went for the male in the striped hori, but he dodged and your legs were cut. It was painful, and he had cut felt weird. You were slowly regenerating. Muzan held you close as you regenerated. His other arm was cut that was intended to yours. What kind of cut is this? Muzan thought. It wasn't the iron ball. He referenced to Gome's weapon. His sword can't cut like that. He referenced to Sanemi's sword. He just came in to assist. He referenced to Gyo, and he can turn his blade bright red, but he didn't extend it. His retractory as he dodged was unusual. He said, referencing to Obanai, your legs regenerated, so he let you go, so you could fight again, but you sensed something coming your way, so you flew into the air, but Muzan's arms were cut in the process. The blade that had cut him had a rough cut and was jagged. Muzan realized that there was somebody he couldn't see and assumed it was a spell used by Tamio's demon. He could still hear them, though. He was determined there were 3 attackers. Once he found where they were, he attacked them. After cutting the paper, he could see a girl with a butterfly clip in her ponytail, a boy with yellow hair, and a boy with a boar's mask. Yin, you kill these 3. Do not fail me. You did as instructed. You went for the girl in the butterfly clip with the butterfly clip. She dodged you, and she was going to cut you until she recognized the hori and necklace. She paused. Yin-chan? You went to attack her. Yin-chan, it's me, Kanao? She jumped back and dodging you. Yin, our beautiful angel, what has he done to you? Zenitsu yelled out in misery. Muzan then went to attack Zenitsu. I made her my own perfect. I made her even more perfect than she already was. Muzan said casually. The demon slayers grabbed the paper that made them look invisible to Muzan and you. At that seemed to disappear. You looked around, confused, trying to pick up on where they were. Muzan was having a difficult time. He got both his arms sliced off by Obanai, and he regenerated slower than before because Iguro was able to make his blade turn red. He's regenerating slowly. If you can use a bright red blade, even Muzan would take time to regenerate. Sanemi yelled to everyone. Inosuke attacked you, while Zenitsu and Kanao took on Muzan. You pesky flies of nothing but pitiful tricks, Muzan yelled in anger. Sorry, I keep yawning and I'm really sorry about it. You were now handling Inosuke, Michiru, and Shinobu. It was difficult. Both Michiru and Shinobu were very fast. You couldn't see Inosuke, but you could still sense him. You were getting overwhelmed. Yin, you need to try to use your blood demon art, Muzan told you telepathically. But Master, I don't know my blood demon art. I don't even know how to use it. You thought back to him. You need to at least try, or else you will die. Do you want to die as a worthless demon? Because if so, I'll just kill you now. He told you telepathically, but it was a bluff to to make you scared, which worked. No, I will try, master. I won't let you down. You considered, while dodging, blood demon art. You prepared your attack, piercing feathers. Then some feathers flew towards the direction of where you wanted them to go. Michiru, Shinobu, and Inosuke were cut. It was painless, but they could feel the blood seeping out of their wounds. Then it started hurting. I did it. You smiled slightly. You saw Michiru coming close with his sword. Blood demon art. Cherishing blade. Then as fire appeared, a dark blade similar to your old demon sword, but now black and crimson with flames instead of the feathers. You countered Michiru's attack, stopping his blade with your new one. You started attacking with this new blade you made. You didn't know, but you knew how to attack with it. It was so familiar to you. You were a natural with the blade. God, I swear, I'm so tired, but not really, it's just because I just woke up. Igome threw his axe and spiked ball together. They turned red, and Gome knew because he could feel the heat and smell something burning. He threw a spike ball at Muzan, bashing his left shoulder. Giyu, prepare yourself, Sanmi yelled, and they both bashed their swords together, their blades turning bright red. I'm not yelling Ka out. Okay. 1 hour and 3 minutes till dawn, a crow shouted. No problem. We'll chop him into little pieces, Sanmi yelled. What about Yinshen? She'll burn up at the tiniest hint of sunrise. She doesn't deserve to die like this. I never even gotten to tell her my feelings. Michiru was slightly crying a bit. You and Michiru's blades crashed together. You both held eye contact. The tears were falling faster now. You were confused. Why is this even crying? Oh. Goodness, I'm sorry. Right? And he kept saying my name. Does he perhaps know me? Yinshen, I know you're in there. Please remember me. I'm Miyu-kun. Please, that name got to ring a bell at least a little. Come back to us, please. He yelled in sorrow. Miyu-kun? What name does that sound familiar? Flashback. Hey, Michiru-kun. You yelled at Michiru, and he turned to look at you with his blank expression. It's you, the new Hashira. What was your title again? He said to himself, even though you heard him pretty clearly. The angel Hashira, Yinlin. Oh, right. You smiled, and he just stared. What were you talking about? Oh, I was going to ask if you wanted to hang out. I would like to get to know all of you. We are allies now, and I like to think of my allies as my friends. Why? Because we work together when we're friends. Because we work together, and when friends work together, so many things can be achieved. I want to get to know you and hopefully become great friends. I've also heard of all the things you've accomplished. You became a Hashira in 2 months? That's impressive. You said with such sincerity and kindness. It made Michiru blush. Thank you. Do you perhaps want to cloud gaze with me and maybe blow bubbles? That sounds like a delightful idea. I know a good spot around here. Well, then lead the way, Michiru-kun. You giggled, and he slightly smiled. Present. You started crying again. More memories of this boy were flashing through your mind, such as memories in the swordsmith village, like when you two were eating together. You were training together. You didn't know why, but the memories made you sad. Yinshen? Shut up. Shut up and get out of my head! Blood demon art, eternal flame. Fire appeared across your arm. You swung your arm in their direction, which made a large range attack of fire. It was a golden color. The 3 demon slayers dodged. Inosuke actually got caught in it, but he didn't burn, but he just felt warm. But then he felt you scratch him and then kick him up into the air. The attack was just a diversion to catch them off guard, so you could get at least one of them. Inosuke landed on top of a really hard, I think it's supposed to say on top of a building, rough and really hard on his back. You made the remaining flame disappear as the other 2 Hashira reappeared. They all believed you were still in there. They just needed to help you unlock your lost memories. Well done, Yin. Please keep it up. And might just make it out of here alive. You want to make it out here alive, don't you? Don't you want to rule the world with me? Every king needs a queen. A beautiful, powerful, smart queen. That's exactly what you are, and will continue to be once we defeat these low-life, depressing, pathetic demon slayers. Muzan praised you telepathically, which made you blush quite a bit and smile like a little idiot. But the idea of some of these demon slayers dying made you sad for some reason. Understood. You responded telepathically. How many is that now? Is that all right to injure that much? Mitaru asked Yushiro, who was injecting a serum to try and heal Tanjiro. Quiet. It's been some time since Muzan struck him, Yushiro replied. Humph? What are you doing? Yushiro asked, annoyed. I'm trying to free his sword from his hand, Mitaru replied. Tanjiro had a very strong grip on his sword, refusing to let go, even when he was unconscious. The other demon slayer suddenly yelled. What? Mitaru asked, worried. A pulse. His pulse is back. It's weak, but it's there. A demon slayer responded. Tanjiro, hang in there. Come back to us, Mitaru yelled. Tanjiro, dawn is near. Tanjiro, let's go defeat Muzan. We've got him cornered. Let's beat him together, Mitaru cried as he continued to call out his name. Muzan will get away. We have to go now. Suddenly, there was a strong sound, and it was Tanjiro's katana. He gripped it tightly, and then his eyes opened. As the fight was getting more intense, Muzan commanded you to stay closer to him and just do long-distance attacks. Either of you could see the demon slayers because of their constant paper provided by Yushiro. They did their best not to attack you and just focus on Muzan, though they would accidentally hit someone, even did some fancy maneuver when they were about to slice you. Fly up into the air and at least overall the building in the area, Muzan commanded. You did as told, as you saw the ground shook and started splitting from Muzan's attacks. Everything seemed to go in a slow motion. Then your body seemed to do something that you didn't know it was doing. A familiar voice spoke to you. How am I supposed to gibberish? Oni-san, an angel's protection. And before they smashed into the wall, a bunch of clouds appeared. It protected them. What just stopped mid-air? Muzan thought, 'cause he couldn't see the clouds. Then a voice in your head spoke again. Oni-san, sun drop powers. Then a memory appeared. Don't worry, sweetheart. I'll be better in no time. This medicine your mother made will help. Your father said to you as you laid in a bed a little under the weather. Daddy, Sing the magic song, pretty please. Your father laughed. Of course, sweetheart. Wait, this is from Tangled. It's a flower gleam and glow. Let your powers shine. Make the clock reverse. Bring back what once was mine. Heal what has been hurt. Change the fate's design. Save what has been lost. Bring back what once was mine. What once was mine. You were getting sleepy and started falling asleep. Thank you. Good night. Oh, good night, Ian. I love you, infinity. Dad? He whispered as he began to cry. The familiar voice spoke again, but this time it was singing. I'm not singing gibberish for that song again, so no. He then noticed some flowers near the demon stairs. What is happening? Ian, fly down. You were snapped out of your thoughts as Muzan's voice entered your head. Then you felt your hunger again. You forgotten how hungry you were with all these thoughts and fighting. But Muzan made it all go away. You flew down and looked at a girl with a butterfly clip. You summoned your sword. You and Muzan stared down at her intently. Ian-chan? She cried. As you and Muzan were about to attack her, you were both stopped by an attack, and it burned intensely. Tanjiro took Tanjiro. I don't understand, but it says Tanjiro took Tanjiro over to Kinatsui. Tanjiro, Kanao said, I'm sorry I'm late. Tanjiro handed Kanao to Kinatsui, which are the little demon slayer heroes. Please take care of her. Yes, of course, the Kanatsui replied, crying. You were slowly regenerating. Are you having a hard time regenerating? He shivered at the fear of displeasing him. Yes, apologies, master. I'm trying to regenerate. It's all right, my dear. You focus on regenerating, and I'll take care of these nuisance. He sighed in relief and focused on regenerating. Muzan then looked at Tanjiro. You look positively awful, Tanjiro Kamado. It's hard to tell which one of us is a demon. You make my skin crawl. Let's finish this, Muzan. First off, I want to apologize for all the kind of gibberish words. This had a lot of gibberish words, and I read out to what I could do, tried my best. But anyways, I love you all so much. Bye, lovelies.